Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to California wine country. But even if you're not into wine, we'll show you why this destination can still be a crowd pleaser. We have some tips on where to visit and things to do. Plus, we're going to do something a little different in this video so you can learn how to taste wine like a pro. This isn't Napa Valley or Sonoma. In fact, if you've avoided California wine country because you think those two destinations are too pricey or too snooty, you're probably going to love today's destination. Think Wild West meets world-class vineyard views and fantastic wines. Join us as we explore Paso Robles. Welcome to Travel at Random. We're Trevor and Ryan. This channel started out of a love of travel. We're here to share unbiased and self-funded trip reports, hotel and flight reviews, and travel advice. We hope we inspire your next getaway. Check out our playlist in the description and browse the channel. If you enjoy the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content. Thank you for watching. Now, let's head up the 101 to Paso. Paso Robles is about a 3-hour drive north from Los Angeles and just over 90 minutes from Santa Barbara. The city is right off the 101 freeway, and its main draw is the extensive collection of wineries in the area. It's also turned into a bit of a foodie destination. This small town has a population of 32,000 and has a laid-back vibe. Most of the town is located on the western side of the 101 at the base of the Santa Lucia mountain range. You'll hear the locals tell you west is best, as the best wineries are on this side. Paso Robles' downtown area is walkable and offers a wide range of restaurants, shops, and cafes. Downtown is loosely centered around the main city park. Parking is free and plentiful. If your hotel charges you for parking, you might want to see if there's free street parking before you commit. We stayed at the brand new Ava Paso Robles Hotel, which is part of Hilton's Curio collection. That review is live on the channel. We'll include a link down in the description. It's definitely worth checking out. Winemaking in Paso Robles can be traced back to the Spanish missionaries in the late 18th century. But it wasn't until the 1970s, when Rhone varietals were introduced, that we began to see the style of wine commonly associated with the area today. Rhone is a region in southern France and is known for wines that primarily blend Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvedre. You'll hear these wines referred to as GSM blends. Rhone is also where you'll find Châteauneuf-du-Pape. While Paso Robles does grow Cabernet Sauvignon and other varietals, you'll often find a lot of Rhone-style wines produced here. This differentiates the region from Napa and Sonoma. AVA is the acronym for American Viticultural Area, which is a standard designation for a region of growing grapes. The Paso Robles AVA was established in 1983, expanded in 1996, and again in 2008 to its current area of 614,000 acres, with about 41,000 acres of planted vines. Back in 1996, only 100 acres of Rhone varietals were planted. By 2006, it exploded to over 2,200 acres, and today it's nearly 20,000 acres. By comparison, the Napa Valley AVA has just over 45,000 acres of grapevines. Today, there are over 160 wineries in the Paso AVA, and they range anywhere from large production wineries with nationwide distribution such as Dow and Justin, to a winemaker in a warehouse with just a few barrels, and everywhere in between. Unlike a lot of wines from Sonoma or Napa, the price point for Paso wines is much more approachable. And if you are into Rhone blends, you'll find a lot of great wines here at more reasonable prices. If it's your first time visiting, or everyone wants to enjoy some wine, we'd recommend booking a wine tour. There are many companies which specialize in different styles and will work with you to line up wineries that match your tastes. Plus, they'll handle the driving. When we visit, we book with Katie, the owner and operator of Niche Wine Tours. Katie has always been wonderful to work with. We recommend booking a month or two in advance. This gives you some time to coordinate via email on your interest and where you want to visit. Katie will offer excellent suggestions and will try to pair your experience with your preferences and budget. By the way, she did not sponsor this video. We've worked together several times over the years and she has introduced us to some of our favorite wineries. She has relationships with many spots that offer very limited tastings by appointment only. There are plenty of other independent wine tour companies as well. You can find more information on the Travel Paso website. And if you're into wine tasting, you don't want to miss our next stop. If you do nothing else in Paso Robles, you have to visit Tin City. The name comes from the industrial park style steel structures which make up most of the buildings. The area started in 2005 as a place for small wineries to get a start without the overhead of maintaining a production facility and expensive tasting room. Today, it's home to over 40 businesses, mostly small production wineries, but also including breweries, a distillery, and non-alcohol related shops like a market, bakery, ice cream shop, an olive oil pressery and store, and restaurants. You can spend an entire day in Tin City drinking, eating, and exploring. About half of the wineries are available for walk-ins, but the others do require reservations. It's always a good idea to check their website beforehand. The Tin City website does include a listing with helpful links for each business. Tin City has been so popular, there's now a Tin City Annex and a Ramada Row, a similar concept. Both are just a few blocks away from the main area of Tin City. The Tin City Annex has 4 wineries and a candy shop. Ramada Row is at the corner where you'll turn to get to Tin City. You can't miss it. There are 5 wineries, a distillery, and a brewery here as well. Everything is close by and it's easy to walk between the tasting rooms and shops. With a variety of stores here, you can easily make a day of this. If you are staying downtown, be safe and opt for a short Uber ride. That way you can enjoy and not have to worry about driving. One extra highlight here is the Eto Pasta Bar. This casual restaurant serves homemade pasta with products from local farms and ranches. The food here is excellent, and it alone is worth a visit even if you don't go wine tasting. They also have a shop where you can buy many of their products. This leads us to our next category, food. Paso is becoming a bit of a foodie destination, and there are some incredible chefs going all out with some innovative menus. We have 3 spots we recommend in town that are worth checking out. By the way, this is in addition to Edo in Tin City. Number 1, start your day at the Red Scooter Deli. This spot is great for coffee, fresh baked pastries, and other goodies. You can also order picnic lunches to go, which is normally our go-to when wine tasting in Paso. Many wineries aren't near restaurants, so Red Scooter is our pick to have food on the go. There are 2 locations in town, one right off the main park and another a few blocks south. This is a small town, so hours are a little fluid, but you can order online in advance. On to the next 2. We apologize in advance, we didn't film them. Not sure why, maybe we're just enjoying too much wine, but they're definitely worth a mention. Number 2 is Le Petit Canalet, which is a French restaurant just off the main city park downtown. The French-born chef is the son of the founder of L'Aventure, one of Paso's most famous and well-respected wineries. Make a reservation in advance, as this eatery is popular. They offer a nightly tasting menu or a la carte options, as well as an impressive wine list. This is the type of restaurant where the sommelier is your friend and can help you find the perfect bottle. The food here was excellent and it was very popular. Number 3, Grayson Rose. This restaurant recently opened in a renovated 110-year-old farmhouse just a few blocks south from the main city park. This eatery specializes in farm-to-table cuisine and is owned by the team behind the Paso Robles wine merchant. The menu features a good mix of meat and seafood. This is another restaurant with a great wine list. Just ask the Somm for a suggestion. Quick tip, regardless of where you're eating, if a restaurant has a Somm, use them to help you pick the perfect bottle. Always tell them the style of wine you want and don't be afraid to give them a budget cap. Sommeliers appreciate when they know what you're looking to spend and they'll make suggestions based on your preferences. Wine tasting can be intimidating if you've never visited a tasting room or a winery before, so we wanted to provide a few tips and give some recommendations.
Before you visit a winery or tasting room, find out if they offer walk-ins or if they're tasting by appointment only. More and more, you'll find reservations are required through online platforms like Talk, especially at higher-end wineries, whether you're in Napa, Sonoma, or Paso. Many wineries these days focus on small, curated experiences, and at some wineries you'll do a seated tasting where you'll sit and have a lineup of wines, sometimes paired with light bites or charcuterie.
And at some wineries, you'll stand at a tasting bar with a single glass that a host will pour samples for you to taste. This tends to be a more casual experience. Regardless of the experience, check the winery's website or ask in advance about tasting fees. These can vary wildly. In Paso, many wineries are now charging between $25 and $50 per person for a tasting, and even higher fees for reserve or library wine tastings. Many wineries will waive these fees if you join their wine club or buy a certain number of bottles. This is usually written out on the tasting information card, but if not, don't be afraid to ask.
Our recommendation, don't join every club on the first day of your visit unless you really like the wine. Wine clubs are a commitment to regular shipments, and if you join multiple clubs every day of your trip, you may be in for a shock when they all start to come in. Many wineries will ship, so ask about this instead of trying to fit half a case of wine in your suitcase. If you do want to bring a bottle or two back, check out the Wine Angel. It's a packing sleeve which will help protect the bottle, and if it does break, keep it from ruining everything in your suitcase.
And don't feel like you have to like every wine or winery. We always ask for a dump cup. This is not offensive and it's perfectly normal. Don't feel like you have to finish every glass that's poured. And if you don't want to buy any wine, pay your tasting fee and move on.
For planning a full day of wine tasting, you should include 2 or 3 wineries. 4 is doable, but it's a bit of a marathon. Also, plan 60 to 90 minutes for each experience and give yourself plenty of time to get to the next stop. A tasting bar will be quicker than a sit-down tasting. If you're tasting in town at a tasting room, you can visit more, but if you're going to go to a winery, 2 or 3 is a good number. This also gives you time to grab lunch. Keep in mind, tastings can start as early as 10 a.m.
And feel free to ask questions during the tasting. Many wineries in Paso are relatively small production, so the teams are passionate about the wine they make. They'll tell you all sorts of interesting details about the winemaking process, and if you want, you can really geek out a bit. So those are our tips for wine tasting and visiting Paso Robles. Earlier, we referred to Paso as the Wild West. That's because the town still has a bit of a rustic feel. It's not stuffy or overpriced like some other wine regions. Winemakers here are making some awesome wines and blending some grapes that are not typically found in other regions. If you're into wine, especially big, bold wines, you'll likely enjoy Paso Robles. Even if you aren't into wine, Paso Robles has a growing number of breweries and distilleries. If you're looking to get out and do something without alcohol, there are several museums about the history of the area and the early pioneer settlers that came to the area back in the mid-1800s. Before wine became the main tourist driver, Paso Robles was known for its hot springs and mineral baths, which you can still visit today at the River Oaks Hot Springs or the Franklin Hot Springs. Paso is also a burgeoning hub for extra virgin olive oil production. Olive trees benefit from the same Mediterranean climate and soil that the grapes love. Paso has the highest concentration of small artisan olive growers in California, and many have won international awards for their olive oils. You can visit tasting rooms in town and in Tin City, and some offer tours of their production facilities if you're interested in the process. Paso Olivo and Kilo Ridge Olive Farm are 2 worth checking out. So those are our suggestions on how to spend a few days visiting Central Coast wine country in Paso Robles, California. Paso is a sunny and hot destination in the summer, but cooler in the fall and winter. Like most of California, it's a dry Mediterranean climate, so the temperature can swing quite a bit during a single day. The laid-back atmosphere is approachable for folks new to wine, and the variety and quality may surprise the most ardent of Napa fans. The wines here are excellent, and if you like big, bold reds and interesting white wines, it's worth a visit. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps us out. Also, subscribe to keep up with our latest content. We have dozens of hotel, flight review, and city tour videos on our channel from all over the world. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure.